Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Welcome everyone in the TEFS trading room on the 4th of April, Friday, which seems like another red day starting for the markets traders. But before we just get into the details, I really hope you had a beautiful green day yesterday. Personally, I had indeed, and 89% of the YouTube TEFS traders were in green. So I'm very proud of you guys. And as I've told you, if you found yesterday trading a little bit slow paced, I mean, at least in the beginning, because after that we have seen another quite of a ugly dump on the market. Don't worry, the markets for the markets at the moment, this is the new normal that they are moving a lot in the pre-market, especially yesterday. This was the situation because of Trump's tariffs. Today it's still the tariffs, but now from China. I'm just going to talk about this. And so far, traders SPY is down 2.07% and triple Q is down 2.31%. Semiconductors leading the way to the downside with 11.60% at the moment, and the MAC 7 is suffering again. So not a nice trading day for the bulls. But for us day traders and the investors, definitely. But for us day traders, it's just going to get some great opportunities, in my opinion. So, hi Tara, good afternoon to you. Yes, definitely a very interesting day because we got unemployment claims already, or sorry, unemployment rate already, and ADP non-farm employment change. I'm going to talk about this as well. Plus, FOMC member speakers. Even Powell is going to speak today. Well, let's see if he can a little bit calm down the markets or so. Based on yesterday's FOMC member speakers, they are really much concerned that this trade war, which in my opinion is just going way beyond the imagination and craziness, seems like it continues. So I guess the concern is very much real, and we need to be aware of that this can trigger an insane inflation in the future if something is not going to happen and someone is not going to stop this whole thing. But so far it seems like Trump has no clue at all, or no intention at all, and no clue, I guess, is what he goes, but no intention at all to stop this whole thing indeed, because today traders, why we see the pre-market so much to the downside. Also, I must tell you, the futures were keeping up so nicely. They were fighting hard until this announcement, which just came from China, as based on the news, China imposed a 34% retaliatory tariff on all goods. I mean, everything which is got imported from the US. Trump opened to tariff negotiation, contradicting White House aide, but even I've just read an opinion from Trump, and he told his policies will never change after China retaliates with tariffs. So traders, craziness continues. Welcome on the second day of the biggest pressure on the market, in my opinion, after the Liberation Day, and seems like the U.S. dream coming a U.S. nightmare slowly, especially for the investors and for the ones who are in the 401k retirement. Indeed, this doesn't look good at all. And I mean, like, really, from my point of view, I just cannot see what can stop it. But I have some guess, but I don't think so it's going to happen. So guys, seatbelts on, because another crazy day is coming ahead. Hi Lee, Martins, nice to see you. Brian, welcome everyone. Clifton, nice to see you, and team Clifton, DVG, Scott, welcome. And have a beautiful green day, guys, because the market is definitely not going to have one unless Powell at 11:25 is not going to say something nice and calm down the markets. Also, I must say he is a big man and he has power, but I have to say that maybe Powell's power is not enough for today. But let's see, guys. Everything is tumbling again. As I mentioned you, Just for the new ones, I'm just repeating myself that China just imposed 34% retaliatory tariff on all goods imported from the US, and Trump does not care. He told he will never change anything after China retaliates with the tariffs. So, guys, things are getting very nasty on this trade war side, and this we can see in the markets as well. Hi, Dor. Good afternoon to you. So traders, today is the last trading day of the week. Seems like starting to red again. On the economic side, we got already unemployment rate which just edged 0.1% higher to 4.2% from 4.1 in the previous months compared to the previous months. The analysts they were not expecting a hike. But it's interesting because next to that, the non-farm employment change is just almost doubled. So indeed, I would say that this is a contradiction here, but let's see how the market is going to absorb it. Also, again, as I just mentioned you yesterday, even if the economic news would just play out better than expected, now this trade war and the tariffs is just overshadowing everything indeed. So traders, this is it what we have. This is what we need to deal with. So please be careful today again, as usual nowadays in this crazy environment. And let's see what kind of stocks we will get today for the winning side. So in the headlines, everything is about the tariffs, of course, and the unemployment rate indeed, and even Powell stocks set to plunge anew as China retaliates on tariffs, while Fed Chair Powell's remarks loom. That's definitely traders. All eyes going to be on Powell today. Again, I'm just repeating myself when we can expect Powell's words 11:25 a.m. So quite of late. I was hoping it's going to be a bit earlier, but unfortunately not. And of course, with that crazy numbers on the tariffs, the recession fears is just getting higher and higher. Quoting one of the well-known economist word, he just told that the recession odds is just increased very high indeed. Not a good news for sure. JP Morgan now says even that there is a 60% chance of a recession after the tariff hikes. Well, I would say this is inevitable if, again, I'm just repeating myself, Trump is it's capable to do anything, in my opinion, but at this stage where we are standing now, it's highly likely if it's not going to change, it's going to be a very, very ugly days for the world economy, guys. Not good for sure, but we are day traders, not economists. This is the best part of it because if everything is going down, we are going to find some shorts indeed. Okay, what else here? Don't buy the dip. Legendary investor Bill Gross is just warning. He likes three stocks though. For now, at all, nothing else indeed. China has just announced the retaliation. As I've told you, Chinese stocks just tumbling. Baba down 8%, Baidu down 7%. S&P just get into the correction territory as well, as you could see. So really, really a bad day for the market again. And overall capitalism is in a danger. Its biggest threat may already be in your portfolio as well. This is just an opinion on the market watch. Well, let's see what else in the international news. Of course, the China news, it's on the first and foremost news here. European banks bettered as Trump tariffs put US recession on the horizon with that crazy tariffs indeed. What else here? Trump tariffs are pure madness, and the European Union should not comply at all. This is the words from the former Italian Prime Minister. Indeed, well, I can agree, but let's see what's going to happen after this really, really ugly impact of Trump's new tariffs. Hi, Davide. Good morning to you. All right, traders, but as every day we have some movers, mostly to the downside, As I see, Scott already posted his list, and I can just agree with him. He can not mention any stock to the upside, or so I can mention only one ETF, actually two to the upside again as yesterday, and this is going to be again the fear index of the VIX, like the UVXY or any of the ETF what you like indeed, and especially the SQQQ, which is one of my favorite. To the short side, well, I would say everything, of course, except of some stocks which are still holding up, like um, in my daily article today on the TEFS.com site, you can see it as well. But actually, that was a little bit funny indeed, because the only one which was an exception, the only ones, let's just be precise, that they belong to an exception of this huge tumbling so far at least, or they did well yesterday. It was the potato peel makers and price slasher stores like Walmart, Costco, or Dollar General. On the drug maker side, Pfizer, NVO, Eli Lilly, Teva made a quite of a resilience, or showed some resilience to the market dump. And the food producers like Lamb Weston, LW are keeping potato prices steady while grocery staples continue to move. So seems like traders that kind of a stocks, it's just found a lifeboat on this crazy sinking boat of the US market. So I'm going to pay attention to these stocks. I'm just going to call them to the secondary list. By the way, if you are interested in my newsletters, which I am writing every day and publishing every day, very much in the morning, especially European time until 9:30, you can follow us on the Telegram. You can follow us on the, just look at tefs.com or TEFS, just type it in. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, we are everywhere. And of course, I am publishing the article or the newsletter, how I'm calling it, on our website as well. Like today's newsletter, it is like that. It is just in under the news on the site, and you can just watch it and read it every day to be ready for the trading day. I'm just going to copy paste it here, and you can just get it every day indeed. All right, of course, not Saturday and Sunday, but at least from Monday to Friday. All right, traders, so let's see the movers. If you have anything interesting on your side, please just let me know. On my watch list at the moment, I cannot see anything to the green side, but let me just take a quick look on my favorite, one of my favorite tools of the TEFS platform, which is called Gainers and Losers List. And the first one, as I see, it's DEI. UVXY, of course, SOXS, which is the long of the semiconductor ETF. Lots of ETFs, of course, inverted one, especially to the upside. And the first quite of a, I would say, uh, um, a stock to name which is into the green side. I'm just looking for it because it's not easy to find. As I see Kellogg's and J&J are still holding quite off, but a little bit to the red side. GME is green. Surprisingly, the meme stock surviving with 1.9% to the upside at the moment, which I see, but not too much indeed. Zyme is green as well as, but this is a lower um, volume stock, which I do not like it too much. Hi Todd, good morning to you. Hola Raspi, ¿cómo estás? ETF called Max. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Very good suggestion indeed. If you want to trade the Magnificent Seven, indeed, this is the MAGS. Very good suggestion, Raspi, gracias. So seems like that this is just following the big stocks, I mean the Max 7. So if you like it, you can just, even not to short Meta or Microsoft or anything like that, but the Max indeed. Hi Leviathan, good morning to you. All right, traders. So let's just get to the watch list. On my watch list, the weakest again, the Chinese stocks because of the tariff retaliation to the U.S. Now they just imposed the 34% on all of the imported goods from the U.S. This is going to be painful, guys, and even the semicons are going down together with the banks. And if I'm just checking my losers list, I see DD like the pawn which is going down a lot indeed. Billy, Baba, ZIM as well to the downside. Ralph Lauren tumbling 9%. The XPEV, so every Chinese related stocks. AFRM is down 8.76%, very ugly. CVNA 8.90. And if I'm just checking the mags here with Amazon and the rest, everything is red. Even Tesla is done red 4.50% and Apple tumbling 4.28% at the moment, traders. So everything seems like there is no mercy for the bulls again. So let's just get the best short candidates for today. So if I'm just going to get my list again to the long side, I'm going to call VIX, UEXY, TZA, anything what you like indeed, and of course SQQQ, which is one of my favorite. To the short side, let's just start with TQQQ, one of my favorite to trade the market with, and of course, as I mentioned, you all of the Max 7 is just suffering. Plus, big banks, as I mentioned, you JP Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo. I'm just going to call JP Morgan. This is one of my favorite among the banks. It's just moving okay. China-based stocks and ETFs are going down like crazy. So I'm going to call Baba and Baidu to the short side too. Okay, what else here? Semiconductors, as I mentioned, you especially Marvel on the downside, Intel, Broadcom, NVIDIA. So really, again, another carnage on this ugly market, and seems like, I mean, on the semicons, and still does not seem like it's going to stop. Apple is down 5% after China announced the retaliatory tariffs, so Apple can go there. You know exactly how important market has Apple there. Deere and Caterpillar is there as well. Equipment manufacturers are down after China's retaliatory measures. So I'm going to call just CAT here. Win Resource, Las Vegas casino stocks declined as well. Ugly. So I'm just going to go to WYNN here. Boeing tumbling 6% ongoing tariffs. China said it would slap a 34% levy on goods imported from the US. Boeing exports to China and imports components from the country. Yeah, this is the biggest problem here. I would say that unfortunately, indeed, these international companies are going, which are, in my opinion, the motors, the movers of the capitalism and of the market, are suffering big time now. So that is not a good news, guys, for the world economy for sure. So BA, I'm going to call it to the red side. So unless uh, um, I would say Trump is not going to soften a little bit on his opinion. We are in trouble, Houston. We have a problem for sure. So guys, be extremely careful here. So short side, TQQQ, JP Morgan, Baba, Baidu, Marvel, AMD, Apple, Caterpillar, Win, BA, and a lot more I just could write here, but I would say this is going to be enough to start the day with. And let's see whether at 11:25 is going to be a Jerome Powell speech, and let's see whether it can have a little calm on this storm. I'm not sure because, as I mentioned you, based on yesterday's FOMC member words and speeches, they are very much concerned, and I totally agree with them. So traders, this is how and what we are starting with. Red day ahead on the horizon, and really high chances now for a US recession, which is a very bad news for the world economy, because you know exactly, as because of the globalism and the capitalism, this is going to be a real problem for the world's economy as well. Well, let's just hope in the best, and let's just hope whether uh, um, I must say Trump is going to soften in his opinion or not, and in his tariffs policy. If not, then we are going to find some great short opportunities today, because for us what matters is volatility and moves traders. So have a beautiful green day, everyone, especially the VIP room traders, because I'm going to quit from there now, and as usual I'm just going to trade on the YouTube with the TEFS YouTube room. So, VIP room traders, team, Clifton, Scott, DVG, have a beautiful weekend. But first, just close a great green day and see you on Monday. Bye. Okay, guys, YouTube traders, I am here for you, with you. And let's see what's going to happen. Guys, what do you think? I'm very much interested in your opinion. That's why I'm just going to make a poll here, because I'm really, really, really interested in your opinion. And this is going to be about can Powell just, can Powell's speech cause some relief for the markets? What do you think? I'm very much interested in your opinion. Yes or no? If you don't know, just don't give up. Well, it's just a guessing. It's no price for it or anything like that. But let's just see, what do you think? Because as you know, I'm always interested in that. So for the newcomers, welcome in the TEFS trading room, and let's see whether this market, which is tumbling again big time, guys, as SPY is down 2.40%, triple Q is down 2.70%, 4%, 5, 6, 80. Oh my goodness. Already, the reason for that even China imposed 34% retaliatory tariff to all of the goods which are going to be imported and important from the US. So all of the international stocks which are having some strings attached to China, which is almost all of the big stocks indeed, and the Max 7, this is going to suffer big time indeed. So very, very ugly news for the overall market indeed. So do you think whether at 11:25 a.m. when Powell is going to speak, is he able to calm down, to get a little relief in this madness, or it's kind quite of impossible? Okay, so far 64% of you think that no, he cannot get a relief for this market, and 36% at the moment thinks that yes, might Powell's speech can just cause some relief. Well, traders, you know what? In my opinion, price action tells the most and the best. So let me just check this SPY daily chart, especially. How does it look like now? I just get my template on the daily chart. Just a second. This is the swing. Okay. So yesterday I mentioned you this 540 level, that if it's not going to hold, we can tumble farther. It did not hold. Obviously, we can see that SPY is down 200, 200, 536 at the moment around, and seems like 524 actually. Yesterday was 536. On the daily I cannot see the pre-market. Yes, so 524. So I predicted, based on the price action and the daily supports and resistances, 520, 500 after, if the 540 does not hold. It did not hold at all, as you can see. So I assume after this 520 is going to be broken, 500 is just a clear thing to reach. So huge dump on the market. This is going to mean more than 100 point drop since the middle of February. Guys, we just entered April. It's less than 1.5 months. That's just crazy indeed. And well, let's see whether 520 after that on the SPY is going to hold. So in my opinion, if there won't be any reversal, sign for reversal around 520, it can be caused on a surprising change of mind of Trump, which I think it's highly unlikely. But never say never, or that Powell can calm down the markets, but I just cannot see how he could do that. As you know, things are quite obvious. If tariffs is going to hit so hard, all of the aspects, all of the all of the fields of the global trading, that means that the prices are going to go wide. Like there is nothing to do now with the pandemic and the printing of the money, but unfortunately, this can be a very, very crazy roller coaster ahead if something is not going to happen. And I have a strong feeling that unfortunately, I know Powell has a huge power, but I don't think so. This is enough to stop this market carnage. So I would say no, in my opinion. Not because I am pessimistic, I'm realistic and I'm an economist, so I'm always watching from that point of view as well. Yes, Leviathan, temporarily, maybe, yeah. And you know why? Because he's going to call, in my opinion, he's going to call again, as he used the words before as well, that these tariffs caused or impact of the tariffs, it's short lived. With that, might he can stop this bleeding, but in my opinion, might it can just, hold, until or last until the earnings. Because with these circumstances, an Apple is not going to go give a rosy guidance for the rest of the year. And how could they? All right. So this is my fear. My next big fear is the earnings season is coming, traders. And as you could see in the previous as well, not even the numbers mattered so much, but the outlook, the guidance for the future. And that was not quite shiny and rosy in the previous one. So in this earnings season, I'm afraid that the outlook and the guidance is going to slash everything. So let's just be careful with that. But in the long run, I don't think so. I'm just having the same opinion. Be aware of the caterpillar spread. Thank you, Raspi. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know it can be quite wide, but in this case, whether you are not taking the trade or you are going to really, really be careful with the share size. All right, traders. So let's see what's coming next on this crazy market today. As I mentioned you, 11:25. It is the next time on the market which we should pay attention to as Fed Chair Powell is going to speak. And we got already unemployment rate or unemployment rate, which is a little bit higher than expected. Not a good news, but the non-farm employment rate it's higher as well, almost doubled indeed. So that's quite of a small, really, really small news for the market. Level 2, thank you very much indeed. I was not paying attention to that. So JP Morgan is out of my list because it can be highly crazy on dividend day. Andrew, good morning to you. Nice to see you and welcome every new viewers on the TEFS trading room. If you are interested in our proprietary trading packages and the challenges are for getting if you are going to make the challenge and make the weighted profit of 10% with no time limit, you can get a funded account. So I highly recommend you to check it on our website, which is www.tefs.com. I'm more than happy to help you with any questions regarding not just the packages, but with trading as well. And I'm very happy to see that more and more of you just using me for that, like to help you. You're sending me private emails, which I'm very grateful for. And definitely, I'm always here to help you in any questions. So, traders, we are going to be ready for opening in some seconds. Good luck, everyone. Take it easy today, Friday, carnage days behind us, and seems like this is not going to be a really nice day either. I'm going to watch all of the Max 7s here. As you can see, Tesla, Apple here, Avalanche. No, I'm not going to watch you, but I'm going to watch like Microsoft, Nvidia, Google too. Definitely the big stocks are on my watch list. We are here to open in the main room. As I see, only Scott is here. Scott called already Apple under 194, JP Morgan 215, Amazon 168, and EVGO 146. The first reaction And I know it's hard. I know it can be hard because it's so insanely down already. Everyone is just, waiting a little relief, but relief is not coming. Very hard to see these days, in my opinion. And yeah, unfortunately, I can explain it from the psychological side as well, as I am a coach as well, psychological coach, by the way. But I'm not going to do that. Just in a nutshell, that our brain is not working like that. If something is going down, we have a natural fear of that, of course, and a bad feeling, which is not easy to handle as a trader, but always think on shorts. By the way, that it's going to be a funny aspect of from my trading journey, but I was handling this on a way like I made my monitor upside down and I was taking shorts, but it looked like the chart is going up. And don't laugh at me because this helped me to come over my fear of shorting. It was very, very long time ago, like 12 years. But that was funny indeed. Okay, Scott likes AVGO the best. I'm still waiting and checking the market impact now. I am waiting the same small pullback here to the upside, and after that maybe a gap and go play. This is what I am waiting for and checking indeed. But again, as yesterday the SPY showed a little resilience at all, not a big one. I'm going to watch that as well. So at the moment everything is down. Macy's, Baba, crazy move to the downside. Tesla is dumping too, as I see. I'm in a pullback. Google surprisingly pulling back though. Look at that. AVGO, it's called under 146 by Scott. So AVGO, he's going to take it under 146. Tesla, it's making the gap and go move. I'm going to watch Apple here as well. And then NVIDIA is breaking the lows. NVIDIA, it's under the $100 level already. Traders, crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm going to take a little TQQQ under the lows as just usual. So my first trade with a lower share size is going to happen on TQQQ, and I'm going to take it under, 46 and 80. 46 and 80. TQQQ under 45, sorry, 45 and 80. Not before. Stop loss is going to be over the high. And again, I'm going to be highly cautious with the trade. Amazon is though on the verge of a pullback. Market is hovering around the lows again. So very nasty day. Amazon stronger, slightly stronger, not too much. Oh, here is DVG. Okay, we are fully teamed today with the VIP room, which is great. And let's see, traders, whether we can make this market for a relief, especially not we, but maybe Powell at 11:25. All right, traders, I am watching even Tesla as well. This is tumbling too. Scott still likes AVG under 146. I like the TQQQ and like that, not the TQQQ especially, but the market under the lows. PDD is pulling back surprisingly, as I see. Tesla looks like a 255 break. Here we are on the TQQQ. I want to see a 30 cents on the TQQQ. Traders, 30 cents for a nice move there. PDD I'm watching too. Okay, very nice, traders. I am ready soon to take my partial on the TQQQ around 40, 45 and 65. I'm not going to be harsh this morning because anything can happen. I'm still, as Anne told, this is not an easy environment to trade. Of course, everything is going lower, but you never know. So 65, I just took my quick partial there. How came the stop loss in $1, but you take, because this is just a scalp, Kevin. Mostly on the market, I'm scalping. Now my stop loss is going to be over 46 and 15. So I took it under this 80%. It's partial. Very, very nice on AVGO traders. Here comes a dollar partial on the AVGO. If you took it with Scott under 146, the QQQ final stop loss is going to be 46 over 46 and 20 with the rest 20% of the share size. Market is still fighting but tumbling in the meantime. Loving. Ugly movers here. How about NVDA? NVDA is just around the lows. Traders, the TQQQ is back under the 45 and 80 level. On 65, I took my first partial. Microsoft looks like as a short under 364 and 60. 364 and 60, everything is just a traders. If you have not taken the partial on the TQQQ yet, here it is. It's even better on under 60, 80% off. And now I'm going to put my stop loss just slightly over 46, okay? Slightly over 46. Okay, Baba PDD tumbling, but I could not get an entry here. Checking BA, checking SMCI, INTC, and everything is tumbling. Nice trade on the TQQQ. Thank you. How about AMD? Here comes our Microsoft traders. I'm going to take a partial on Microsoft around 364. Only scalps at the moment. I am very much afraid what's going to happen on this market because as we could see yesterday, it was some resilience indeed. So 364.10, I'm going to take a partial on the Microsoft. Stop loss on the Microsoft is going to be 366.30. But maybe we will get a better one. Apple, it's showing some strengths, but NVIDIA is crazy. Guys, final stop loss on my TQQQ is going to be 46 and 85. 46 and 85. Both Pi and Triple Q are still moving down as I see. How about PLTR? PLTR is tumbling too. I don't like to see this Microsoft. I thought it's going to go lower. Took Baba 118, very nice Raspi, beautiful gap and go trade. Was not paying attention to that too much. Come on, Microsoft. If Microsoft is not going to work out, guys, I'm going to be out 365 and 70. I'm not going to give that much. SPY Triple Q are still tumbling to the downside, traders. Apple stronger, Tesla gave up, or TQQQ coming for a second partialing point, traders. I'm just ready to take a second partialing on the TQQQ. I just took it quickly around 20, and let's see whether 436 broken by Triple Q, 521 around the SPY. I think 520 is going to be the next possible bottom, maybe on the SPY. Microsoft, I'm still holding, but I really would like to see this to break. If it cannot break, my final stop loss 365 and 60. So it's a dollar stop loss. V below the VWAP Leviathan checking. Amazon called by DVG for a long over 170, by the way. Looks nice. I like Visa. Microsoft have not made a big move yesterday. No, that's why I'm expecting that my today is going to make a move. Maybe not. But yesterday it got double bad news, if you remember. Now it seems like a bit resilient. So might I'm just going to get out soon on this stock, guys. It's a small loser here. But the market stopped as well. That's interesting. Google, it stopped. TQQQ stop loss, it's 80 now, 45 and 80. And unfortunately, I'm going to get out with a Microsoft loss here. I'm still holding it. And let's see what the Amazon is doing here. Market stopped a bit. Okay. Baba, it's not Baba, BA, it's falling down to 141 broken. How about the coin? Because Bitcoin was not moving down that much yesterday indeed. NVIDIA is completely dumping, guys. That's ugly. NVIDIA is completely lost the game. Look at that, 96 almost. All right, traders, yeah, this Microsoft was not the best choice, but my TQQQ again, I just took a partial here on 45.20, 45.20. Microsoft is still fighting, but my hard stop loss is going to be 365.70 now. Baba collapsing. INTC down, SMCI breaking 30, and the new low on the SPY and the triple Q traders. But my Microsoft is not moving. This is not a good sign. So you know what? If it's not going, I'm not going to really force it. So I'm going to get out with a small loss here on the Microsoft 365. No, it doesn't want to go down. I'm not going to fight against that. I'm just out of the Microsoft small, really small loss here. Yes, Baba was beautiful. Very nice gap and go play. Well done, Raspi. And now I see 436. It's still on the triple Q and 520 coming on the SPY. Really ugly. I'm still holding my TQQQ stop loss, hard stop loss 45 and 82, and I've just made my second partial here. Also, I don't believe, unfortunately, I do not believe in this Microsoft anymore. If you are still holding though Microsoft, please make sure that your hard stop loss, it is going to be 365 and 70, 365 and 70. Overall market is just moving even lower, new low on the triple Q, new low on the SPY. Apple though, he tried to make a reversal, could not manage it. And PepsiCo again to the upside, guys, 1.70 higher on the Pepsi. Amazing. Okay, I see Baba just reached a quite of a bottom Raspi, so be careful here. So one nice winner, one small loser on my side. Microsoft, I just get out on 3364.90 with a 30 cents small loss. But on the triple Q, I am TQQQ. I'm finally very nice to the green side. And the overall market just cannot stop going down. Traders, very, very ugly. Wow. Nasty drop on the overall market. Amazing. Done for the day. We'll take nothing more. Very good, Raspi. Quick day. It's Friday. You know what? It's enough. Then just enjoy your day and that's it. Guys, Tesla, it's crazy. My stop loss on TQQQ is going to be 45.55 now, 45.55. And as I've told you, I get out on Microsoft with a small loss because actually might I'm going to flip the coin here on the Microsoft over 366. It looks like a possible reversal. Amazon is very strong. DVG was right. He called, not he, but Scott called PLTR as well to the long side over 78. 78.10 PLTR for the long side. Market maybe it's just relieving a little bit here. Apple under 195. Nitsa, nice to see you. 195, yeah, we can check it. Meta anticipator, just a second. NVIDIA is dropping like a stone. Amazing. Amazing. My stats tell you, yes, if it does, then this is what you need to do, Raspi. Very wise decision, in my opinion. Meta, you just called it anticipator under 507. I like it. It can be an intraday breakdown, but we need the market to continue. Guys, I'm going to be out on my TQQQ over 45 and 50, 45 and 50, and no more trades at the moment. Apple, it's making a touch on the VWAP. This NVDA is just collapsing completely ugly. AMD to the downside, I just cannot see the lows already. I'm still not going for any longs yet. Just watching here. But market seems like after checking in the 520, really showing some temporary stop, I would say, but not the Tesla. Look at the Tesla, guys. This is just crazy. Meta looks great, especially under this 50690. anticipator. If the market is just making a bear flag here and we do continue lower, this is going to be a really, really nasty continuation. I'm still holding my TQQQ. Yes, Leviathan, I love it very much indeed. I like it better than the Microsoft because until the Microsoft is just showing some green candles volume as well, Meta not that much indeed. But there is a chance, as I mentioned you, on the SPY, if it's checking into the 520 here, to find a little temporary bottom. So let's see if it's going to happen. Baba is back over the VWAP, Amazon very nice and strong, and my Microsoft is trying to make some move here. Also, the overall market, it really, really needs to make a move. Microsoft can be along only over the high 367 if you like it. 367. Have no time to call it. But any long, it's very, very, very risky because we have a very strong sell-off on the overall market again. So be aware of that. So far, I'm out of the TQQQ after two partials. And if you took this nice Microsoft, it should just take a 50 cents first, and then let's see if we can go more. Waiting for the bear trap to pass, yeah? Yes, well, Sebastian, it was like a 50-50 play indeed under the volume, the consolidation low. It's a long over the consolidation high. It's a short, or no, sorry, opposite. Guys, I'm just checking Microsoft. If you took the Microsoft, here is the partialing point, please. Microsoft partialing, 80%. I was quick enough. I just could not call it. And I'm going to put my stop loss to 360. 7 and 70, 367 and 70, and it's still going. Microsoft can be a very nice trade here. Okay, Apple made the VWAP reversal, but I was not aware of that. Even Baba is making a reversal here. Microsoft is beautiful indeed. Even TQQQ is going. It's funny. Okay, traders. Next Microsoft partial, if you could take it, it's going to be just before 370. And yes, this is a great, great question, Leviathan, whether this is a bull trap indeed or not. Because for me, it looks like rather a bull trap, but let's see. Here comes the second partialing point on the Microsoft. Sorry, I had no time to call it in writing. So I'm out of TQQQ. Microsoft was a small loser. Now it's a big winner on my side. And poor market is just really trying to catch up a bit higher here after this ugly move to the downside again. This is just maybe a small relief rally. I don't think so it's more. And actually, I'm still watching even PITRs got quality over 78.10 as I've told you. This is the first partialing point, I guess. NVIDIA is trying to catch a bit. Here is the second partialing point traders on the Microsoft. Half of my share size I just sold. I'm going to leave my stop loss under 368 and let it run. 368 and let it run. What a crazy day. Oh my goodness. Again. DVG. DVG called NVIDIA over 97 and 20 or 14, something like that. Marvel looks good. Marvel, MRVL. Beautiful on Microsoft Traders 368 under 368 is my stop loss. Actually, it's 369. If it goes down now, it's going to get back to the VWAP, doesn't first to stay in it. Marvel, yeah. Door, beautiful. What did you trade, if I may ask? Yes, Marvel actually looks great. But yeah, I don't like the volume either, and it's a bit extended to the downside, but most of the stocks are. INTC though, it does not stop in bleeding. Very ugly. MU and NVIDIA gap and go, fantastic. Well done. Well done. Okay, guys. So Microsoft stop loss under 369. No more trades at the moment. Waiting for this market to play out whether this is a real bull trap or it thinks really seriously at this time to make a reversal. I do not think so, in my opinion, that there will be any reversal here. But who knows? Maybe the market started to give a hope for Powell here. Let's see. Yes, Leviathan, I really like it. Still my stop loss after the second partial under 369. As I mentioned you, I like the volume in the green candles after it did not work out on my beautiful gap and go, but it's okay. I must tell you, Triple Q looks like as a consolidation on the VWAP, like a small bull flag. Well, let's see. Scott's still in the PRTR. He called it over 78 and 14. But PRTR is going to be nice, in my opinion, if it can break the 78 80 level, 78.80. Before that, I would not take it for a long. Beautiful Microsoft. Now my stop loss, it still stays under 369.60, and I want to see a gap fill now, Leviathan. Exactly, Lars, 79 would be the greatest, but even if it's breaking this consolidation over the VWAP, it's not bad either. Also, again, traders, be aware because this is just a nasty bull trap from the market side. Okay, market it's on a fighting phase. So let's see, this is a decision point whether we are going to roll over and going lower again, or this is the start of something nice. Google is strong as well. So Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, not bad either. Google is really filling the gap. Microsoft not yet. Baidu below the VWAP, checking. Tesla long from Scott 253. Baidu looks very nice. Also be careful because this reversal at 941, it seems to me like a bottom reversal. When you have a bottom reversal before a possible VWAP reversal, that can mean that the VWAP reversal can fail. Please be careful with that, okay? All right, so I am watching this PLTR and Tesla as well, traders, for a possible small rally, which I'm not sure, still not sure that this is going to be a pullback. Coin large checking. And Tesla, in this case, if it's making a small consolidation here, 255 can be an interesting entry, but not before, in my opinion. And I'm just checking coin because, yeah, I've seen Bitcoin still red, but climbing back over this 82,000. Coin 159.45 can be a good one as well. Meta over 515. I would say, yeah, rather over 516 for me, but let's see because I still feel it can be a nasty trap on the market, guys. It still can be a nasty trap, and look at that. It's just pulling back again. Ugly. This was my fear, indeed. Not nice. So VWAP reversals can work out, especially on Apple, as I see. Look at Apple or Apple, NVIDIA traders. Yes, yeah, actually, even the triple Q can be a play again under 45.50 maybe. NVDA, it's a clear VWAP reversal, but now I would take it again just under 97, I think, on the NVDA. So far, the market pulled back nasty from the VWAP. If it continues, NVDA can be another play under 97, in my opinion. Market seems like it's giving up again. Also, the triple Q is down 3.17%, SPY is down 3%. Ugly. I'm still waiting. I'm out though on the Microsoft traders under 369.60 as I mentioned you. Overall market though, I want to see a new low first. INTC dropping. AMD seems like another drop on AMD too. No calls yet, no other trades yet, but seems like this market is really stretching lower, guys. AMD just broke. DVG bullish on the chip sector, by the way. I'm still waiting for this market here. What's going to happen next? Amazon is still strong, guys. Amazon is still extremely strong. And I must tell you, I'm watching this SMCI here around 30. But for that, the market needs to stop the sell-off here. And I'm still interested on this PLTR if we are making a reversal over 78.85. But I'm not taking anything yet, just sitting on my hands. Apple, wow, what's happening here, guys? What is this big move here? Hmm. Crazy market moves, guys. Let's just wait out a bit, in my opinion, with that craziness here first. Yes, Tara, it seemed like it wants to break down, but look at that push back higher. It's just interesting. And Google, Amazon are really strong here. And I must tell you, SMCI looks great as well. SMCI over 30, I'm going to take for a small, just for a small scalp here. Oh, it's here. I'm just buying it now. 100 stop loss on the SMCI is going to be like 30, under 20, 29.90. Nice, Tara. Well done. Yeah, definitely a good decision in my opinion. Okay, on SMCI, I want to see a 20 cents only. This is just a scalp. Overall market is stretching higher too. That's why I did not want to take any shorts yet. Okay, on the SMCI, I'm going to take like 30.25. Hood anticipator checking. Hood. Nice, this looks good as well. Rather only over 35 for me, but looks interesting. Okay, traders, here comes the first partial on the SMCI. Come on, SMCI. Nice. SMCI, I'm just taking a partial here on 30 traders, and stop loss is going to be under 30, under 30. So first partial done on SMCI and stop loss under 30. And let's see whether this market thinking it's serious. I don't think so because there is no reason for that. Small relief rally, of course, but not relief. I don't call it relief rally. Maybe some profit taking, nothing else. So first partial, almost 30 cents on SMCI done, stop loss under 30. Microsoft still continues, but I'm out of Microsoft. Google filled the gap. Amazon is getting back to fill the gap, and stop loss on the SMCI hard stop loss 29.98. 35 better anticipated. Me too. Me too. 35.05, something like that. Okay, traders, nice comeback from the market towards to the highs of the day, but this does not mean anything yet. And in the meantime, Bitcoin get to the green side, guys. So maybe your hood, it's a great one, anticipator. And in this case, might I'm going to watch a coin long, guys. Coin long over 160, 160.30. TSM is going to be a long by not Scott DVG. He's very, very bullish on the chip sector overall. And he just called TSM over 150.79. Nice comeback there too. But the market is still under pressure, so be careful. I still really like coin over this 160.30. For an intraday breakout here. Stop loss on that, it's going to be under 158. But now the SPY is coming down again, back to the VWAP, under the VWAP. Ouch. No, this is going to be the bull trap. What do you think, guys? Kevin, yeah, especially if the VWAP is not going to hold. I agree with you that this can be easily turned lower in no time, so be careful. Also, the Bitcoin, again, I'm just repeating what I see, that the Bitcoin is quite nice and green, which we have not seen it for a while, and that's why I'm just watching coin. Something else, maybe NVIDIA if we got really green here with the market, but I agree, Kevin, I doubt on it. A little bit doubt on it. All right, traders, so far the VWAP just hold the price. NVIDIA short under 97, for me 96.78, but yes, I agree. I see what you mean here. Apple pulling back strongly, as I see. SMCI traders, it's out. In the meantime, that was just a scalp, but nice scalp. Scott feels like that this is going to be a recovery day on the market. If it's going to happen, it's just because of the fact that maybe the shorters just covering the positions, nothing else. Microsoft, Shoshan, I tried this Microsoft to the short side in the beginning and I was not lucky with that. After that I just made a killing long on that. You know what? It just filled the gap. Let's see if it's going to break lower. I would take it only under 372. Leviathan, did you? Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And you just lose the faith in a stock. All right, traders. So far, market is attached to the VWAP. I'm not going to be surprised if it's not going to make a decision until Powell's speech. So be careful. At the moment, I have no trade. I had the last nice move on the SMCI, and I'm watching this market whether it's able to break this 440 higher on the triple Q and 525 on the SPY. Nice move on the Microsoft. Now I regret I get out too soon, but it's okay. We cannot win them all to the top. Unfortunately, I wish we could, right? But if you are in green, that's already a great one. So again, Shashani, if you are watching this Microsoft to the short side, I would not take it before 372. And yeah, NVIDIA is still under pressure. Who called NVIDIA LAR? Under 97, like I would say 96, 78, but yeah, I see the same here. BA is still breaking down traders. Look at that. It's extremely weak today. And here comes your NVIDIA LAR if you take it. Crazy weak in the meantime. Okay, so let's see whether Scott is right, and this is going to be a small relief day. So far doesn't look like. My coin, of course, it does not get to my entry. I was too optimistic to see this Bitcoin to get to the green, which is back to the red. In the meantime, let me just check this Bitcoin here. Yeah, you see, Bitcoin just made a nice move over this 83,000 again, but could not keep it up. Ugly, ugly. So NVIDIA is back slowly to the lows. INTC, it's a full bear flag. Amazon pulling back. Here is your Microsoft Shashan for a bottom or a top reversal under 372.50 first and adding 372. I'm still just watching these things here. What's going to happen? Still not convinced on either direction at the moment. Tesla back to the lows, NVIDIA back to the lows. Nice collar on the NVIDIA. Microsoft reversal to the downside. As I mentioned you, for me, it's under 372 only. Nissan, be careful with that one. Market is under the VWAP again, but the volume is not that significant on the red candles. Does not mean it cannot go lower. I'm just telling you. Google back to the VWAP too. Wow, NVIDIA, you are ugly. I must tell you, traders, the next, if this 96, 95 is going to fail, 90 is the next one, but I would say rather 70, 78, 80. I can imagine easily it's going there. Wow. Here comes Nissan, the Microsoft. It's a top reversal, be careful. Even Baba made an inverted cup and handle here. BA is moving down, INTC2. Apple still held by the VWAP. Nice collar. Here comes the first partial for you on the NVIDIA if you took it. And the SPY you heading back to the lows, guys. Amazing. As I've told you, if the SPY is going to fail on this 520, 500 is the next one. And seems like we are going to go there. Wow. Nasty. So far, I'm just going to make a cancel on my coin long. I got way too optimistic after I've seen the Bitcoin. Tesla made a new low. Yes, also NVIDIA. Yeah, I see. And BA too. Leviathan, look at BA. It just broke the 140. No stop. AMD coming for a new low. INTC is a new low. Wow. That's a big drop again for the market, guys. SPY's 3.20% lower. Like in 2 days, they're going to go down almost 10%. In 3 days, almost 10%. It's crazy. Huge, huge dump. Tesla 247. Coin on the lows again. Bitcoin back to the red. Ouch. That's painful even to see if you think in the situation of the stockholders or the investors. This can be another black day. Black Friday indeed. So I'm just sitting on my hands, nice green day, and there's Taratol and even Raspi that might doesn't worth to risk more. I agree. So now I'm so sorry I did not take this this NVIDIA with you, Lar. Beautiful call there. Okay, guys. So far market is melting further. 520 just broken by the SPY, as I mentioned you. 500 can be the next one, which is another 18 points. Amazing. On the triple Q, 400, I would say. Decking, well, I know, but you know what? I was expecting a small pullback. That's why I shorted TQQQ at the end of December, but I'm out already, unfortunately. But I would not expecting this coming. So this tariffs thing, it goes beyond every imagination, I would say. Pepsi, checking. Pepsi is the only green on my list still, and you called it over 154. 54. It's a bit too far away, in my opinion, from this 154. I would say if it's breaking 153.50, it still can be an interesting long. But so far, the market is just tumbling. Traders, I'm flat at the moment after very nice green trades. I really regret I did not take this beautiful NVIDIA short call from LAR. And even Bitcoin, Coin, SPY, Triple Q, everything just checking in for a new low. That means SPY again is getting closer to a circuit breaker, which is going to happen at 7% indeed. Very nasty drop on the overall market again. TSM was called for a short, VWAP checking. Not short, but long from DVG over this 157.9. He's still holding it. But yeah, I agree. Also, it did not went down so much with the market, but if it can tumble under this 149, maybe then we can just get a short position on that. BA 138. Wow. Coin back under the lows. SPY 518. Triple Q 434. Everything is ugly. Amazon is giving up to another nasty bleeding day on the market. We're trading for 45 minutes and everything is just going lower and lower. Nasty, ugly. Apple, though. Look at Apple, guys. Apple is making a reversal on the VWAP again. Despite of the bad news from the China retaliation tariffs. NVIDIA nasty, but beautiful call from Lar again. Google back to us to the lows again. Microsoft, nice trade under 372 if you took it, Nitsan. But 371 definitely it is a partialing point. So big meltdown on the market again. Crazy. And here is another breakdown. Amazing. You did not? Okay. Powell, if you cannot save this market, it's going to be a circuit breaker today. Nice, Nitsan. These are good too. Great. Nice finds. Well done. All right, traders. So seems like the market has not stopped yet. 434 just broken with the triple Q. 518 with the SPY, and we are getting closer again to a circuit breaker, which is going to happen at 7%. No relief, no stop on this bleeding, which is amazing. Market tried to make some small pullback here, but it completely failed. Yeah, I see. It's a bit too much for me as well. I'm in on the BABA. I'm not watching it for an entry here. AMD on 86. Amazing. I'm just wondering when the short covering is going to happen, right? Somehow, somewhere, they should start it. So maybe this is still not the time for it. Crazy. Okay, guys, this is the time to ask from you, how is your day going? I'm just starting off the poll soon. I just closed the previous one. Green or red, or if you have not traded yet, it's completely okay too. So guys, market again, it looks like it's bottoming a little bit at least. Yeah, me too, Leviathan. You're red today? Oh my God, Lars, so sorry. You had such a brilliant call on the NVDA though. So I am in green and I'm protecting my green as you can see, which is hard because I feel like this should be a bottom out on this market. And look at Amazon, is still going higher. Amazing. No trades for you, margin call. Oh no, Lee, really? Oh, shoot. So sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Yeah, I know you had some semicons longs. Decking small green, that's good. Level 2 small green, spy short, very good. And video over 96 now. Yeah, I feel like maybe the market is able to go a little bit higher, but I do not bet on it yet. For me, still not. NVDA would be a long over 96, 10, 20 maximum. Be careful. Oh, green NVDA and Baba Alamu, very good. Super green Leviathan, well done. Very well done. Overall market is still suffering, guys, big time. Triple Q 3.60 down, but Apple is holding nicely. And I must tell you, I'm watching Tesla too. Might it can make a small pullback here. TSM starting to look like a long, but we need to see this market. Every long is just a scalp for me. I like the volume on the Tesla traders for a small pullback here. but I'm still not buying this pullback. Amazon is the only one which is really strong. Microsoft is trying to, but this SPY triple Q still doesn't convince me. SPY should break 520 higher. Amazon though looks good. Apple trying to make a VWAP reversal sort of. And VDA trying to pull back too. But guys, everything is still under really, really nasty pressure. So be careful. Nice pullback on NVDA, LAR. If you take it just for a scalp, please. Happy to see 87% all in green. Okay, market. Again, decision time. Another breakdown. Baba is breaking down, by the way. Look at that. Thought we'll get some relief rally today. Maybe power to rescue. Level 2, this is what I am thinking of too. Because this is a little bit too fast, too furious to the downside. And look at this morning pullback. It was quite of nice, but it still doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. What's going on AMD, Nitsan? No idea. Let's see. Yes, exactly, Diking. This is what I was talking or saying. AMD, it's completely lost. It's everything indeed. It's back to when we have seen on 86 this stock. It was back in 2023. Amazing indeed. Ugly. So traders, I'm still not buying this pullback. I'm going to buy it only if we get over the VWAP. Partial TSM, lots of emotions. Tara, still very nicely done. Well done. Good one. Yeah, today it's not easy to trade. Like you would expect a pullback, like DVG is completely bullish on the semicons too. But look at that, it's just not stopping. And yeah, actually, if you're just thinking it, what happened in the last days after this Liberation Day, unfortunately, it's really bad news for the world economy. Huge, huge amount of tariffs means that the prices are going to hike like crazy. So it's like inevitable if it stays like that. I'm still adding to this that if it stays like that, because no one can be so stupid to ruin a world economy like that. But seems like yes. And I say on the other side, guys, as I studied economy, I see Trump's point of view as well, but it could have been done slowly and smoothly. But it's not Trump's type, I guess, to be slowly and smooth, right? Listen, he promised tariffs. There are tariffs. Just it's a little bit too much tariffs. Oh my goodness. Goodness, it's just crazy. That's a weird name for the hurt to humanity. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the king. And yeah, at the end, it's again, humanity is going to suffer if you go again to the grocery store. Slowly, with that tariffs impact, you are going to not be able to buy the food. Interesting days, like it just cannot stay like that. Something needs to happen here. Kevin, really, thank you for the info. Yes, actually, what you just wrote now, I think this is the goal of Trump, that the countries are going to bow, take a bow, and lower the tariffs, because this is the only thing where he would start the negotiation indeed. But imagine China lower tariffs, right? Maybe even China, maybe he will. They don't like trade wars. I mean, they know exactly it can hurt them a lot as well. But so far, guys, this is not on the agenda. This is all, everything is just imagination and guessing. But I would say this is a scenario which might can happen. Trump made this too fast. You cannot play Nixon without him. Exactly, Leviathan. I completely agree. Meta short checking. Also, I feel like if the market can find a second bottom here, we can have another small pullback here. Apple, though, it's just making an intraday breakdown. And yes, I see Meta too. I like it, but only under 507 and 40. 507 and 40, LAR. 507 and 40. Nothing before. Traders, though, if we can find a support here, we can just make a smaller rally higher as well. I call it rally because really it seems like a rally after such a big drops. And in this case, I'm going to watch Tesla double bottom here. Even Google looks interesting over 149.50. But first, let's see whether the market stops. If not, we can short triple Q under the lows. NVDA stopped too. I think it was a little bit too fast for the NVDA as well, but now Apple is not giving any support for the market. It did so far, and SPY looks very weak. SPY looks extremely weak at the moment. Microsoft double top, yes, I've seen it. LAR. So actually, this Meta, I really like it under 50740 LAR. I like this the best to the short side. And might I'm going to go with Tesla because this seemed like a bit resilient yesterday to the long side just because, or if it finds a bottom at the moment, it does not find any bottom. But this Meta under 50740 with a stop loss over 51040, that looks a good one. We can get 505 for the first partial there. And so far, NVDA doesn't seem like it stops. And as I've told you, the SPY looks quite weak again. Bitcoin still into the red side, back to the red. Baba is going down again. SMCI, TQQQ close to the lows, like the overall market. What a bleeding again. Amazing. SPY 3.62%. And Nvidia is still breaking lower. Wow, that's crazy. And even Tesla. So no mercy for the bulls, guys. No stop. No relief. No pause. I'm flat at the moment, watching this market, whether it can find another small bottom here, but I don't think so. Look at the SPY, guys. SPY is just stretching for a new low. Just breaking 517 now. Let me just check the SPY again on the daily. Hmm. 510. 510 should come on the SPY. Yes, Leviathan, I see. After SPY, here comes the triple Q2. Any swing shorts recommendation? Nitsan, you were asking me about, the Amazon and the rest, and as I just, I just answered you that time as well. If the market is tumbling, every Max 7 can go down. So you had a nice stocks of that. If you did not take any of them to the short side, now I would not take it because especially because of Powell and because of the next week economic news. Okay, so if you did not take it at that day, I would not take anything at the moment. 93 key level on the NVDA daily. Thank you, Raspi. Tesla, yeah, I was watching for a bounce, but there is no bounce. And the market is just dying, guys. Amazing. So next week, traders, on the economic front, I'm just going to tell you that we will get the CPI, PPI numbers plus an FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. So very crucial week next week. And I still find this market a bit too much to the downside as everyone, but this does not mean that it's going to stop. As you can see, it does not stop at all. But I still feel like maybe a little pullback to the VWAP is going to happen now again. But actually, if we check the SPY daily chart, it still easily can go back to 2024 April lows to 490 and even 450 if there will be a really nasty long impact of this tariffs. Closing all the shorts, yeah. Mm. Now Microsoft is moving lower too. SPY again after a small green candle is just heading lower. Nasty moves here. Amazon gave up too, as I see. SMCI dropping, overall market dropping, and now even the Apple doesn't seem like it's going to save the market here. MU 11% down, traders. Wow. I was not watching MU today. What a mistake. It was a very nice mover today. Meta was a really nice one, yeah. Oh, I forgot Meta and it's here. Sorry, guys. I just switched because I can see the trade here. Okay, so Meta, look at that. I've called it. It's on my position and I forgot it. Meta is going to be now 505, just on time. First partial, 80%. I'm just going to buy it back now. And stop loss on the Meta is going to be 507 now, over 507. Thank you, Lar. How can I forget a trade? It was in my positions. Okay, too many monitors, you see? And maybe I'm tired. Yesterday I was up since 2 a.m. because of the flight, but it's okay. All right, traders, first partial on the Meta done, 80% off and 50 over 507. I'm going to have a hard stop loss there, and I'm really, really green today. So traders, unless I'm not going to see something really good, and I always see, I'm not going to risk it. And thank you for the call. It was beautiful on the Meta. Stop loss 507, and let's see whether it can go lower. BA4 reversal. Actually, I'm checking NVDA BA2, but I agree. Maybe even Microsoft here on this 370 level, Raspi. Yeah, you are right. BA is way too much to the downside. Doesn't matter, or it doesn't mean again, as the market is just suffering a lot. Also, I see a higher volume in the green candles, guys. So might a temporary bottom is going to be closed. Maybe, I'm not sure though, because the market is still not stopping. 3.9, almost 4% down on the SPY, 4.23% down on the triple Q, and it still doesn't seem like it wants to stop. Amazing. Baba broke down, or Meta is still doing great. My stop loss now 506. I've just put a hard stop loss here. Hard stop loss 50605. Okay. And I'm going to have a partial around 500 again. a second partial on the Meta, and the market just cannot stop bleeding. So still no shorts covering. Everyone is just selling off, and the market is just shed almost 4% or 8% in 2 days. Amazing. 10% it's an official correction phase, right? And now it's just making it in 2 days. Craziness. Dicking, Meta. Let me just check the daily chart if it means anything. Yes, yes, 500. Just before 500, I want to take a second partial. Actually, I can imagine it's going to make even under 500 if this meltdown continues. Wow, coin 150, 160 now. So traders, triple Q is heading towards 430, SPY 515 level coming, and everything is dumping like crazy. Oracle down 6.4%, Nvidia another 7.29%, and there is no stop in bleeding. And in like an hour, 11:25, less than an hour, here comes Powell with a speech. Crazy. No stop. Actually, there is no stop, which is good for our meta short, right? I did not take TQQQ short, unfortunately, under the lows. BA 135 Raspi seems like it never stops, but it's getting extremely extended, in my opinion. So I understand why you are watching it, but so far there is no sign for a even a temporarily bottom. It's just a continuous big red move on the market. Okay, so Meta is going to be out over 506 traders. Big green day for you, Alamu. Very good. Well done. Enjoy your weekend. And I'm going to wait for you back on Monday. Happy to hear that. All right, traders, I think this is the extended level for the market, in my opinion, but still not buying this pullback. Let's see. I'm very cautious now, protecting my profit. Nitan, really very proud of you. We are going to check your trades next week. Well done. Don't push it too hard. Yeah, I know, right? That would be great. Okay, guys, let's see a small relief here for the, no, not yet. You know what? I'm not going to push it so hard either. I have 20 minutes to go. I'm very, very forced to get some bottom fishing here, but this market is way too hard to read now. I mean, to see the bottom because I'm a bit afraid there won't be a bottom today. You finished. Well done, Nitsan. Proud of you. Well done. Just enjoy your weekend. This is your job to do from now on. Okay, guys, in the meantime, market is trying hard to make a little bottom here. That means I'm going to keep an eye on everything which is extended, especially I'm talking about NVIDIA, Tesla, BA. If you want to watch for bottom fishing, but everything just for a scalp traders if you go in anything, either NVIDIA or BA. Mohammed, hi, nice to see you. Sorry, I had no time yet to answer you. I just got back yesterday, very much in the morning. But if it suits your personality, it's completely okay. I would say it does not mean that you cannot take two trades at the same time because it's going to lower your odds if you are just taking one trade at the same time. So I think you can, just be careful, okay? All right, traders, in the meantime, market is still looks like bottoming. I'm still not that brave to take any little bottom reversal play here. Also, they look quite tempting. Oh, my air conditioning is off. Very nasty red day for the market, guys, and seems like it's another bear flag in my opinion. It just cannot stop. Wow. Amazon slowly, steadily pushing back towards to the VWAP as well. Ooh, Google. What a big drop. Again. Yeah, there is still no stop, guys. I was thinking on this Tesla maybe, but no. Yeah, this meta is sticky, right? 50610, it's my stop loss here. And look at that. Market is tumbling again. I can't believe this market. What is going on? Come on. Wow, 430 almost on the triple Q, 515 on the SPY. Now I see a little move here. I mean, maybe back higher. Mm. PLTR 74. Wow, nasty. I wanted to check. Oh yes, this MLGO. Maybe. MLGO is not a big mover now. Wow, Google just started to drop now like crazy. Let's see the BA Raspi. 135 touched. It's under the daily or a yearly low, guys. Not a yearly low. Let me just check it. But yes, yeah, it's under the yearly low when we have seen BA so low. Last time it was in 2022 and September, guys. BA just touched 2022 September price. Amazing. And no stop for bleeding. Look at Tesla. We are starting to be a one-way ticket day, guys. Completely. Tesla new low. And Powell is coming in a little bit more than 25 or 30 minutes. Amazing. Yes, Leviathan, you're right. Not with Colmex, but with the TEFS platform, but it's the same. Both of them, it is the Evolution platform. So the Evolution is the one who programmed the platform, and they are selling it, or I don't know how it is on the business side actually, but it is the Evolution platform, both the Colmex and the TEFS. It's the same Outlook platform, just in the corner, it's TEFS, not COMEX. That's it. Ooh, Meta. Okay, it's still on. I did not get out because I was not using a hard stop loss. Usually I do. Which stock? Nitsa, maybe it's not shortable. That's nasty, guys. We are still going down. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a circuit breaker or a V-shaped reversal. Nothing in between, in my opinion. In this case, it's not tradable. I mean, it's not shortable, Nitsan. That's why. Okay, guys, market is completely nuts. But you can just write to support at comex.com or comexpro.com, I don't know exactly, and ask them. But in this case, I think it's not shortable because it's a lower price stock. Good question. I'm just checking. I'm going to ask it, okay? Because I don't know how to check it, whether it's shortable or not. Nice Leviathan. I'm just taking my second partial on the meta. Maybe I'm going to get out of it. Yes, Lard, you are right. Too long consolidation from V-shape. Usually it's like a very very sharp reversal, but now traders seems like there is no reversal. We are rather heading for a circuit breaker now. 450 on the SPY and it's still not stopping. 430 just broken. I mean on the triple Q, sorry, on the SPY we see 450, on the triple Q 486. Triple Q broke 430, SPY 515, 513 now. Amazingly big drop, and look at this BA. Raspy just cannot find a bottom at all, and VDA neither. Huge sell-off today, guys. I think it's even worse than yesterday, in my opinion. Amazingly ugly here. Wow. Yeah, I see. Nitsa, we cannot see the lows, right? BA is crazy completely, but the overall market is crazy too. There is no bottom on this market, guys. Today there is no bottom. Bitcoin is dropping now as well, 1.41% down on the Bitcoin. 82,000 just touched again. Amazingly ugly move on the overall market. And Powell is coming in 35 minutes now. But NVIDIA does not stop. Apple does not stop. Tesla for 240 touch as I see. I'm just not happy to take any bottom reversal here because literally there is no bottom on the market now. Everything is just dropping like a stone. Amazing. NVIDIA 92. and it does not stop. It's even getting worse, in my opinion. Bitcoin broke the 81,000, Apple down 530. Yeah, yes, Nitsan, at least something, right? At least something shows that the bulls are still alive, barely alive indeed. That's it, guys. It's circuit breaker coming soon. SPY is only 2.5, not even 2.5, 2% and 30 away, 2.30% away from the circuit breaker, and it's not stopping. That is ugly. Digging very, very. If something is not going to happen, like they're not going to work out these tariffs on a more, let's call it normal way to find some solution, it's going to be devastating and fatal for the world economy on the long run. So they need to do something, or it's going to be a very, very, very nasty end of these things. Leviathan, we are heading for it. We are heading for it. Definitely we do, as you can see. We do head for it, in my opinion. DVG tries a bottom fishing on Tesla. I think we reached a very, very, very painful level where maybe some shorts are going to cover, but be careful, guys. Still can be a nasty trap here. Okay. I'm not going to take any more trades. In my opinion, this is just way, way ugly what is going on. But yeah, I agree. Maybe Tesla over this 239.40, it was called by DVG, or even this NVDA, as I mentioned, Uras with the 93 level can be a possible pullback. But the overall market is under a huge pressure. And if not now, it's going to be a reversal, then never. Meta, I'm out. I just get out on the meta, and yeah, everything is showing a small relief here and moving higher, but again, I just do not believe this whole thing. Microsoft, yeah, this is the time for catch some bottoms, guys, or temporary bottoms, but go only for scalps, please, because it just can die at any time. Thank you, guys. Well, it was a nice green day. I'm not going to risk my hard-earned money for today. Nasty market, crazy moves, and Powell is coming. Let's see whether the market reached the maximum pain for a while, or this is just a small relief rally as in the morning, and we are going to be sold off again. This is what I'm thinking. Also, don't forget that in like 8 minutes, Powell is coming. So Mike Powell is going to give a really, really ray of hope for the market with some opinion that don't worry, yeah, it looks bad, but maybe like these words, I am expecting from him that the impact of the tariffs is going to be temporarily, like the inflation is just transitory. Then we believed, right? I did not, by the way, but the market went up. So maybe it's going to be succeed, or he is going to succeed with that again. Okay, traders, I think I'm just going to call it as a day. Long week for me, but very nice one. Especially you made my nice trading week much better and definitely enjoyable. I hope you just like the stream all week long. Also, I was not on every day, but as I mentioned you, I'm back at home, so I'm going to be with you every day from now on. If you like the stream, please just give a thumbs up, and please do not forget to check our funded account packages and challenges on our website. And if you feel like in trouble, then please just send me an email, not just for the packages or challenges, but if I can just help you in anything, just drop me an email. Thank you, anticipator traders. Have a beautiful green weekend, green weekend, great weekend, and a green day. And I'm going to see everyone on Monday, as usual, 9 a.m. for the preparation session. And after that, an interesting CPI, PPI, and FOMC meeting minutes week next week, traders. And of course, this craziness around the tariffs is going to be continued. So stay tuned. Coming back on Monday. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Leviathan. Raspi, gracias. Um, how it is? Like, have a nice weekend in Spanish. Feliz fin de semana. And thank you, everyone. Lee, thanks a lot. I hope you are still okay. Sorry for your semicons trades. It was a little bit unseen. I mean, unexpected, this nasty, nasty impact of the tariffs, not the impact of the tariffs, but overall tariffs. But this is what we have. We have to deal with that, guys. Also, next week, it's a new week with great opportunities. So, everyone, thanks a lot. Give a thumbs up, please, if you like the stream, and see you next Monday. Bye. Take care. Feliz fin de semana para ti también. Gracias, Tara. Bye, everyone. Adios.